millions of American families.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for CNN News. I'm George Thomas. We begin with the latest.
To start up, we have chosen the Titanic submersible disaster that occurs in June 2023 as our topic. It is a submersible named Titan which operates by the Ocean Gate Expeditions. In June 2023, 5 men have decided to go on a tour to the sink Titanic to have a look on a cruise that used to be the most advanced in the world. Thus, this trip took place in June 2023 where Open Gates took their request and planned a journey towards the sink Titanic. However, during this visit, a tragedy has occurred where the 5 men in the submarine have lost contact. After multiple days of international search, the submersible is found and confirmed that implosion has occurred, which resulted in the death of everyone on board. This incident raised serious concern about the design, safety protocols, and material used for the submersible. After some of the research, me and my friends have discovered some of the physics theory which can use in explaining why the implosions occurs. For example, hydrostatic pressure, material strengths, and more. Here, let me pass it to my friends to do the explanation.
From this situation, we can say that explosion is the force acts outwards, but in this case, it's implosion, which is the force acts inwards. So when the submarines dip into the ocean, there's a force due to the water pressure acts on its surface. It means that a person sitting on a land and a person beneath under the sea experience huge pressure variation. For example here, this figure shows that a square area of 1 cm in human body, the pressure weight will be equivalent to that placing 1 kg weight of box. When this force becomes larger than the pressure hull of the submersible can withstand, it will implode violently. So this is why this case is named as Titan submersible implosion. The physics behind it is related to the one of the gas law, which is the Boyle's law. The Boyle's law states that the pressure is inversely proportional to the volume when the temperature is inconstant. In this Titan submersible case, as the submersible dips into the ocean, the external water pressure should increase due to its depth. According to the Boyle's law, as the pressure increases, the volume of the gas should be decreased. So if the submersible is designed not to withstand such a huge pressure, it should be experience implosion. It is also related to another physics concept, which is the hydrostatic pressure. It states that the deeper the submersible goes into the ocean, the higher the pressure acts on its surface. From the information given, we can know that the Titan submersible goes to the depth which has a pressure about 5,600 psi, pounds per square inches pressure. Okay, so here is the calculation of the pressure acts on the submersible by using the concept of hydrostatic pressure. So here we can see pressure equal to ρgh, and then the density of the seawater is around 1025 kg per meter cube. And then the gravitational acceleration is around 9.81 meter per second, and the depth of the submersible dive into it is around 3,800 meter. Then over here we can see the value of the Pascal of the force that acts on the submersible, and then we convert it, it's become around this value, pounds per inches squared. So we approximately is 5,600 pounds per inches squared. However, based on the physics concept we have, we found out that the carbon fiber, which is part of the body of the submersible, it can withstand a pressure about 820,000 of psi, pounds per square inches pressure, and it still implode. After another deep investigation, they found out there's another main reason that caused the submersible to be implosion, that is metal fatigue.
Metal fatigue happens when a material is exposed to repeated stress over time. Even if that stress isn't enough to break it right away, the cycle of being pushed, pulled, or compressed causes tiny internal cracks to form. At first, those cracks are microscopic, but with every dive and resurfacing, they grow slowly until the material suddenly fails. That's what we call a fatigue failure, and it's often catastrophic and without warning. In the submersible's case, the hull was built with a carbon fiber composite cylinder instead of the traditional metal design like titanium. While carbon fiber is lightweight and strong, especially in aerospace industry, it behaves very differently under the conditions in the deep sea ocean. Carbon fiber works well under tension when it's being stretched, but under compression, like the deep sea pressure pushing it from all sides, it's much more vulnerable. The structure is made of layers of fiber and resin, and over time those layers can delaminate, which means they start to separate inside. This submersible wasn't just used once, it was used repeatedly, each time being subjected to extreme pressure, then brought back to the surface. This is exactly the kind of thing that leads to fatigue. And the danger with carbon fiber is that damage can begin internally, where it's almost impossible to see or detect. Experts have warned that carbon fiber is not suitable for pressure hulls in deep sea environments, specifically because it's hard to inspect and because it doesn't give you a warning before failing. That's the danger with fatigue. It doesn't break things instantly, it wears them down invisibly, dive after dive. And at nearly 4,000 meters underwater, where the pressure is over 5,500 psi, one hidden crack is all it takes to trigger and implode.